Have you ever reached a point where walking just feels like too much? Maybe your knees ache, your feet swell, or your energy disappears after just a few minutes? If you're over 65 and moving around has become more difficult than it used to be, you're certainly not alone. So many older adults quietly push through pain and frustration, thinking it's just part of aging. But here's something you might not hear often. Walking isn't always the best or only way to keep your heart healthy. In fact, for many seniors, it can be tiring, even risky. That's why today's video is so important. We're going to look at 5 simple movements you can do at home without walking, without equipment, and without leaving your chair. These activities are backed by expert advice, and they don't just help your heart. They support your circulation, lift your energy, and restore a sense of control over your body and health. They're more than exercises, they're gentle habits that can keep you mobile, independent, and vibrant well into your later years. If you appreciate this kind of helpful content, I'd be truly grateful if you gave the video a like. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and tap the notification bell so you don't miss future tips. If you're ready, just type the number 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Either way, I value your feedback. Now, let's begin. Number 1, seated leg pumps. Let's begin with the first movement on our list, seated leg pumps. It might not look impressive at first glance. In fact, you might wonder how something so simple could possibly make a difference for your heart or circulation. But don't let its simplicity fool you. This quiet little exercise is one of the most powerful tools older adults can use to boost blood flow and ease the strain on the heart, especially for those who find walking painful or exhausting. Why is this movement so effective? It has everything to do with the calves, the muscles in the lower part of your legs. Many cardiologists call them the second heart of the body. That's because every time you contract your calves, you're helping pump blood back up from your legs toward your heart. When you're young and active, walking naturally activates those muscles. But as we age, and especially if we sit for long periods, that circulation slows down. Blood can pool in the legs, causing swelling, cold feet, and in more serious cases, dangerous blood clots. That's where seated leg pumps come in. By mimicking the motion of walking without the impact on your knees, hips, or back, you can keep your circulation moving, even while sitting in your favorite chair. And the best part, you don't need a gym, equipment, or even a pair of sneakers. All you need is a chair and a few minutes of your time. Here's how to do it. Sit up straight in a sturdy chair with both feet flat on the ground, about hip width apart. Lift your heels slowly while keeping your toes on the floor. Pause for a second at the top to feel that squeeze in your calves. Then, lower your heels and lift your toes while your heels stay grounded. Alternate between heel lifts and toe lifts in a slow, steady rhythm. Do this for a minute or two, or aim for 10 to 20 reps per set. You can do it while watching television, reading, or enjoying your morning coffee. But this exercise isn't just about physical benefits. For many seniors, the idea of just move more can feel like an impossible expectation, especially if you're living with pain, fatigue, or balance issues. The seated leg pump removes that barrier. It gives you back control, no fear of falling, no need for special conditions. Just one small, doable movement you can build into your day. Let me share a story that captures just how life-changing this can be. Walter, an 81-year-old retiree, had nearly given up on the idea of exercising. He lived alone and struggled with dizziness and leg fatigue. His doctor told him to move more, but Walter felt defeated, like that advice wasn't made for people in his condition. Then one day, a visiting therapist introduced him to seated leg pumps. Walter started with just 10 reps during commercial breaks on his favorite wildlife documentaries. Nothing fancy, just heels up, toes up, over and over. Within 2 weeks, he began to notice the swelling in his ankles going down. His feet didn't feel so cold. He had more energy during the day. But more importantly, he said, I didn't feel like I was just waiting to decline anymore. I felt like I was doing something finally. That change in mindset from helplessness to action is what makes this movement so meaningful. It's not about flashy results or instant transformations. It's about showing up for your body, gently and consistently. Every heel lift is a quiet reminder, I'm still here. I'm still capable. And over time, those small movements add up. They help improve blood flow, reduce the workload on your heart, and even lower the risk of conditions like deep vein thrombosis. Just as importantly, they offer something that's hard to measure but deeply felt confidence. So whether you're just getting started or have been struggling to stay active, seated leg pumps are a beautiful first step. They ask very little, but they give back a lot. With nothing more than a chair and your own willingness, you can take a meaningful step toward better heart health right now, right where you are. Number 2, wall push-ups. Now, when you hear the word push-up, you might immediately imagine a fit young person dropping to the floor in a gym. But for seniors or anyone with limited mobility, that image can feel distant or even discouraging. That's why wall push-ups are such a powerful alternative. They take the essence of a classic strength-building movement and make it gentle, approachable, and ideal for older adults. No equipment, no need to get on the floor, and certainly no need to break a sweat, just a solid wall and a few quiet minutes. What makes this movement so valuable isn't just its simplicity, but how deeply it supports your entire body. Wall push-ups engage the muscles in your chest, shoulders, arms, and core, all critical for healthy circulation. Especially in the upper body, many seniors experience tightness, poor posture, and sluggish blood flow in this area, which can affect both physical energy and mood. Each push against the wall encourages your heart to work more efficiently, sending fresh, oxygen-rich blood to the muscles and organs that need it most. There's another benefit many people don't expect: better breathing. Wall push-ups naturally strengthen the diaphragm and the smaller muscles between your ribs. These are essential for maintaining lung capacity and deep, calming breaths, something we often lose touch with as we age. Unlike walking or other weight-bearing activities that may strain the knees or hips, wall push-ups let you adjust your position and intensity. This means they're not only safe, but customizable. Want to try? Here's how. Stand about 2 to 3 feet away from a stable wall. Place your hands flat on the wall at shoulder height, fingers pointing upward, hands shoulder width apart. Keep your feet flat on the floor, hips aligned, and add a gentle bend in your knees to stay relaxed. Slowly bend your elbows, guiding your chest toward the wall with control. Then, push yourself back to your starting position. That's 1 repetition. Aim for 8 to 12 repetitions per set. If you're just starting, begin with fewer and increase as your confidence grows. The great thing is, you can make it as light or as challenging as you like by simply adjusting your distance from the wall. Beyond the physical gains, wall push-ups can have a remarkable emotional effect. When life feels heavy, whether from health worries, aging regrets, or just the pressure of daily living, this gentle practice can feel like a release. You might notice your breathing slow, your shoulders drop, your mind settle. These are signals from your nervous system thanking you for moving with intention. Let me tell you about Eleanor, a 76-year-old former teacher who hadn't done any exercise in years after a minor stroke left her unsure of her balance. The idea of moving again felt scary, but after learning about wall push-ups from a neighbor, she decided to try. She started with 4 reps each morning, holding onto the wall near her hallway for support. In just a week, she noticed her arms had more strength, her posture had improved, and most importantly, she felt proud of herself again. I thought I was done growing stronger. She told me, but I just needed a different place to start. That simple act, pressing into a wall, became her daily reminder that strength still lives inside her. Wall push-ups don't have to look impressive to be meaningful. Sometimes, the most powerful movement is the one that meets you where you are, reminds you that your body still works, and restores your trust in it, one gentle breath, one quiet push at a time. If you're still here with me, and these lessons are helping, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're watching. Thank you for being here. Number 3, seated leg lifts. Have you ever sat for a while and noticed your legs feeling unusually heavy? Maybe your ankles swell, or your feet remain cold no matter how many socks you wear. It might seem like just a sign of aging, but it's actually your body signaling a lack of healthy circulation. Fortunately, there's a simple movement that can help seated leg lifts. This gentle, effective exercise requires only a sturdy chair and a few quiet minutes of your day. But the benefits go far deeper than you might imagine. Though it looks easy, this small motion engages some of the most powerful muscle groups in your body: your quadriceps, hamstrings, calves, and hips. These muscles do more than help you stand or walk. When they contract, they help push blood back up from your lower body toward your heart, supporting a critical part of your circulatory system. This muscle pump effect becomes increasingly important with age, especially when gravity and long periods of sitting begin to interfere with normal blood flow. If blood begins to pool in the legs, it can lead to swelling, cold extremities, and a higher risk of conditions like varicose veins or even deep vein thrombosis. But by keeping those major leg muscles active, even in small ways, you reduce the burden on your heart, improve blood flow, and help your body function more efficiently overall. Here's how to perform a seated leg lift. Sit tall in a stable chair. With your feet flat on the floor and your back supported, lift one leg slowly off the floor, keeping it straight or slightly bent, raising it just a few inches. Hold for a second or two, focusing on the contraction in your thigh and hip. Then lower it gently and repeat with the other leg. Alternate legs in a smooth, rhythmic pattern. Aim for 10 to 15 repetitions per leg, or simply practice for a few minutes, especially during breaks throughout the day. If you're just starting out, move slowly and don't worry about height. What matters most is consistency. Even placing your hands on the sides of the chair can help you feel steady and secure as you build strength and confidence. But this movement isn't just about circulation or leg strength. There's a quiet power in doing something that restores a sense of control over your body. For many older adults, mobility issues or chronic illness can lead to a sense of helplessness, like the body has become something separate, something slipping out of reach. Seated leg lifts help rebuild that connection, one small action at a time. The repeated motion becomes almost meditative. It creates a rhythm, a reminder that you're not just sitting still, but actively participating in your well-being, and that feeling carries far beyond your legs. It touches how you approach the rest of your day with intention and with care. Let me tell you a story that illustrates this beautifully. Harvey, a 75-year-old widower, had spent most of his days sitting in silence since his wife passed 3 years earlier. His world had shrunk to the walls of his home and the flicker of his television. He told me he often felt invisible, even to himself. Then one evening, his daughter suggested he try moving during the commercials. He began lifting his legs, nothing dramatic, just small lifts from his chair. At first, it was simply to pass time, but within a few weeks, he noticed something shifting. His knees felt steadier, his legs less restless. He was sleeping better, but what changed the most wasn't physical, it was emotional. "I didn't feel like a burden anymore," he said quietly. "I felt like I mattered again to myself." That's the true value of seated leg lifts. They're not just an exercise, they're a daily decision to care, a gesture of self-respect, A moment where you choose motion over stillness, connection over disconnection, and strength, real strength over resignation. Number 4, hand grip squeezes. When people think about protecting the heart, they often imagine long walks or lifting weights. But what if the key to better heart health was something as small as a simple squeeze, right there in the palm of your hand? That's the beauty of hand grip exercises: small, subtle, but surprisingly powerful. Grip squeezes may not look intense. You're not lifting anything heavy or moving around. Yet, every time you gently squeeze and release, you're helping your heart work more efficiently. This gentle movement activates small blood vessels in your hands and forearms, which improves circulation and lowers systolic blood pressure, the very pressure your heart uses to push blood through your arteries. Many older adults are surprised to learn that this quiet activity is now recommended by heart specialists, especially for those over 70, where intense workouts may no longer be safe or sustainable. This low-impact movement provides a meaningful way to engage the cardiovascular system. Why is this so important? Because high blood pressure rarely shows symptoms until damage is done. It silently strains your heart, often causing fatigue, dizziness, and in some cases, lasting harm. But with a few minutes of hand grip practice each day, you're actively helping your heart rest and recover. Even more fascinating is the link between grip strength and longevity. Research continues to show that hand strength is closely tied to overall vitality. A strong grip often reflects a strong nervous system, better coordination, and greater balance. It's not just about your hands, it's about what your body is still capable of. Let me share a story. Clara, a 79-year-old retired teacher, began using a foam stress ball during her daily reading time. At first, she simply wanted to keep her hands from feeling stiff. But over time, she noticed something unexpected. Her energy improved, her hands felt warmer, and her heart didn't race as easily when climbing stairs. She said, "I always thought exercise had to be hard. Turns out, small things done with purpose make a big difference." And that's the essence of hand grip training. No need to stand up. No need for special machines. You can do it while talking on the phone, sitting at the window, or watching your favorite show. It meets you exactly where you are, offering strength without stress, movement without fear. In a season of life where many things feel out of your hands, this is one thing you can still hold on to. Each squeeze is a quiet reminder that you still have strength, control, and the ability to support your heart, one breath and one motion at a time. If you're still watching and finding this journey meaningful, please comment the number 4 below to let me know you're still with me. Number 5, seated leg raises. When people think about exercises for heart health, they often imagine energetic activities: jogging through the park, swimming laps, or brisk walks in the morning sun. But if you're over 70 and dealing with joint stiffness, fatigue, or mobility issues, those activities might feel out of reach. That's where seated leg raises come in, a gentle yet powerful movement you can do right from your chair. Don't be fooled by how simple it sounds. Just lifting one leg at a time while seated can have a profound impact on your circulation, muscle tone, and overall cardiovascular health. In fact, this small act helps your heart more than you might expect. Here's why long periods of sitting cause blood to collect in your lower legs. This makes your heart work harder to move that blood upward against gravity. Over time, this extra effort can contribute to swelling, blood clots, or even rising blood pressure. Seated leg raises work like a natural circulation booster. By engaging your thigh muscles, especially the quadriceps, you help pump blood back toward your heart, easing that extra strain. But the benefits don't stop at circulation. Strengthening the muscles in your upper legs has a direct impact on your daily life. These muscles help you stand up from your favorite chair, climb steps, or walk to the kitchen safely. The stronger they are, the more independent and confident you feel, Let me introduce you to Richard, a 79-year-old man I met at a senior wellness workshop. He had just recovered from hip surgery and was frustrated with how unsteady he felt. I hated asking for help just to get up. He told me a physical therapist suggested he try seated leg raises a few times each day. Skeptical but willing, he gave it a shot. Richard started by lifting one leg at a time during commercial breaks while watching the news. At first, he could barely hold his leg up for 2 seconds. But after 3 weeks, something shifted. He could stand more easily, walk longer distances. And more importantly, he began trusting his body again. It gave me a sense of progress. He said, "I wasn't just sitting, I was doing something that mattered." This story highlights a deeper truth: physical movement, no matter how small, helps nurture mental resilience. When you feel capable in your body, your spirit follows. You begin to smile more, sleep better, and feel less defined by your age. Here's how you can try it. Sit upright in a sturdy chair with your back straight and feet flat on the floor. Slowly lift one leg so it extends straight out in front of you. Hold for a few seconds. Then lower it gently. Switch legs and repeat. Aim for 5 repetitions on each side and build from there. Do it while chatting with a friend, waiting for dinner, or listening to your favorite song. You don't need equipment, fancy routines, or a gym membership. All you need is a few quiet moments, a little patience, and the willingness to start, because in those small, steady movements lies a great act of care for your heart, your strength, and the life that still wants to move forward with you. And there you have it, 5 gentle, yet powerful ways to care for your heart and build lasting strength. All from the comfort of your own space. I hope something in today's video has reminded you that your body still holds the potential to support you, no matter what decade of life you're in. Now I'd really love to know, what small action are you inspired to begin today? Maybe it's the calming motion of the seated leg raise, the quiet strength of a wall push-up, or the surprising benefits of grip training. Whichever one spoke to you, take a moment to share it with us in the comments. Your voice encourages others in this community and helps us all feel more connected. And if you found value in this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up, sharing it with someone you care about, and subscribing to our channel. We're here to walk with you on this journey, one step, one habit, one breath at a time. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. Stay kind to your body, and we'll see you again soon in the next video.